Okay. Last lecture, we just visit how coal is used or how coal is used for burning and to generate electricity energy. Okay. You can see here the four main types of coal, that is the lignite coal, subbituminous coal, bituminous coal, anthracite coal. Okay, these are the main subtypes of coal. Okay, in India the lignite coal is abundant. Okay, most of the coal which found in India is the lignite type. These are the components of coal. Okay, for example, a lignite coal which is abundant in India, actually it is a poor in quality. Okay, because it has a 25 to 50% water content. Okay, in raw coal, 25 to 50%. Okay, as compared to subbituminous, which has only 14 to 25%, bituminous which has 5 to 10%, and anthracite, okay, which is 1 to 6% has water content. The calorific value of lignite coal is 3,500 to 4,500 kilocalorie per kilogram. Kilocalorie per kilogram. Can anyone from you tell what is the definition of calorie? I will ask to Ashwini Hankare. Ashwini Hankare, are you there? Unmute yourself. Ashwini Hankare. Manisha Farke.
Sir.
Use headphone. Okay. What is the definition of calorie? What is meant by 1 calorie?
Amount of heat required at pressure of 1 standard atmosphere to raise the temperature.
By? To raise the temperature 1 degree Celsius. Okay. 1 calorie is nothing but what? Amount of heat required to raise the temperature by 1 degree Celsius. Okay. So the lignite has a 3,500 to 4,500 kilocalorie per kilogram, okay, of heat of calorific value. Similarly, subbituminous has somewhat higher, okay, equal to 4,500 to 6,500. Bituminous is 6,500 to 7,800. Anthracite has the highest calorific value, equal to 7,800 to 8,600. Okay, the energy content can be expressed in megajoule per kilogram. Okay, lignite has 15 to 29 megajoule per kilogram. Similarly, subbituminous, obviously it will higher than lignite, 19 to 17%. Bituminous 27 to 33, anthracite 33 to 36 megajoule per kilogram. Okay, it is again converted into or expressed in kilowatt hour per kilogram. Okay, kilowatt hour, which the unit we use in electricity. Okay, most of the time the lignites has a value of 4 to 5.2 kWh per kilogram. But 1 kilogram of lignite, then we can generate 4 kWh, 4 units of electricity. Similarly, subbituminous has a 5.2 to 7.5 kWh per kilogram value. Bituminous is somewhat higher, 7.5 to 9.1, and anthracite is the highest, 9.1 to 10 kWh per kilogram. Okay. Then what are the compositions, okay, of a particular coal? The lignite coal, okay, which is a poorer in quality, has 19% of residual water. 19% of residual water. Okay, subbituminous has a 10% residual water. Bituminous has 4%, and anthracite has just 2%. Okay, the volatile components in lignite are 14%. Volatile components means what? Which are going to be vaporized. Okay, for example, coal has a volatile matters like water itself, plus sulfur dioxide plus carbon dioxide. Okay, means lignite has 14%, 40% of volatile material. Subbituminous has 38%, bituminous is 25%, and anthracite has just 8%. Similarly, the percentage of ash, okay, after burning, okay, lignite has a 30% of ash, subbituminous has 25%, bituminous has 15%, and anthracite has just 5%. Just 5%. Okay, anthracite is the highest in quality, okay, and which is not available in India. Most of the anthracite coal is found in America itself. Okay. Similarly, the carbon and carbon hydrate, okay, which is the main component required for burning, okay, flammable component. Okay, lignite has just 20% of flammable component, and 80% are the waste. Subbituminous has 30%, bituminous at 56%, and the anthracite is the highest. 86% of flammable component are present in anthracite. Okay, you can also get this information by visiting this website. Okay, Janco ICI. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask anytime. Okay, whatever the coal production in world, okay, it is used as, okay, 68% of coal produced is used for what? Electricity generation. Okay, 7% are used in steel industry, okay, for converting iron ore into steel. Okay, 4% of coal is used in cement industry, 3% is used for heating purpose. Okay, 8% are used in other industries than steel and cement industries. Okay, obviously most of the time coal is used only for most of the time it is used only for what? Heating purpose. Okay. Other uses, okay, other uses are 10%. Okay, again this slide is taken from the same website. Okay, it's what? 68% of coal is burned for electricity generation. Okay, the next conventional energy source is the petroleum. Okay, petroleum is formed just similar that as the natural gas. Okay, petroleum is formed from the compression of animal and plant remains over millions of years. Petroleum has to be drilled because it is usually located deep below the earth's surface. Okay, and is then refined to produce a number of different products, including gasoline, heavy fuel oil, and diesel fuel. Okay, in this figure you can see that the petrol or gas reserves are available in very deep in earth. Okay, and that must be drilled, okay, using oil well. Okay, using oil well, and or in it is also there are some sites in sea present. Okay, for example, Bombay High in near Mumbai. Okay, same sites are available throughout the world. Okay, the oil wells are used for drilling the oil or natural gas from the earth. Okay, the oil or petroleum production is measured, or petroleum usage is measured in terms of barrels. Okay, 1 barrel is equal to 158.987 liter. Okay, whatever with the petroleum products which are mined, okay, 45% of them are gasoline. Okay, gasoline and petrol is the same. I have given some information about that. Okay, petrol and gasoline are actually the same thing, just different words. Okay, in India or UK, word petrol is used, but in America, gasoline or just gas is used instead of petrol. Okay, both are the same terms. 25% of petroleum products are ultra low sulfur diesel. Okay, diesel. 13% are other products. 9% is the kerosene, rocket or jet fuel. 4% is the hydrocarbon gas liquids. Okay. There are a number of products, okay, which are mine. 4%, 2% is the residual fuel, and 2% is the other distillates or heating oil, for example, paraffin, butylene, etc. Okay, this information is available on this website, breakthroughfuel.com. Okay, whatever is the crude oil or petroleum is produced, it is mostly governed by these OPEC countries. Okay, you know the OPEC countries. Okay, OPEC means what? Organization of petroleum exporting countries. Okay, Arabian nations. Most of them are the Arabian nations. Okay, these are the OPEC countries. First is the Algeria. Arabian also, some of the African countries are there: Algeria, Angola, Guinea, Gabon, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Libya, Nigeria, Republic of Congo, Saudi Arabia, and United Arab Emirates. Also Venezuela is there. Okay, these are the OPEC countries, okay, which govern the price, okay, price of the petrol or diesel. Okay, so 20% of the petrol reserves are in Venezuela. Okay, Venezuela is, I think, in South America. Okay, 18% coming from Saudi Arabia, 10% is coming from Iran, 10% again from Iraq. Okay, this is the reason why America war against Iraq. Kuwait provides 7%. UAE has a reserve of 6%. Libya, which has 3%. Nigeria, which is the again African country, has a 2%. Algeria is 1%. Ecuador has a 1%. Angola is 1%. Congo is less than 1%. Okay, and 21% of oil is coming from non-OPEC countries. Okay, like Russia, America, India itself. Okay, they are have 21% of oil reserves. Okay, these are the 10 largest oil consumers. Okay, America is consuming 20% of oil the world is producing. China is consuming 14%. India is just 4%. Okay, Japan is consuming 4%. Russia is again consuming near about 4%. Saudi Arabia is consuming 3%. Brazil is consuming 3%. South Korea is consuming again 3%. Germany, Canada, both are consuming 2%. Okay, means what, these top 10 countries are consuming 60% of whatever petroleum products are mined in the world. Okay, so they are the most responsible for greenhouse effect. Okay. This is the website from which I took this information. Okay, the petroleum products are used as most of the for transportation. Okay, 68% is used for transportation. Just 3% is used for electricity generation. Okay, 4% is used for residential purpose, 2% for commercial purpose, and 23% is for industrial purpose. Okay, so petroleum products are not used for electricity generation more. Okay, coal is used most of the time. The next conventional energy source is nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is produced because of the fission reaction. Okay, how fission reaction takes place? 1 minute. Okay, the neutron is bombarded on uranium-235. Okay, which produces uranium-236. Okay, which is unstable in nature. Okay, which is again splitted into other materials like krypton or barium. Okay, and some neutrons will be produced in this process, and also energy is also produced, okay, during this process. And this energy is used as a heating source, okay, for heating the water, and that water is converted into steam, and the steam is utilized to rotate the turbine, and finally electrical energy is produced. Okay, this is the basic working of the nuclear power plant. Okay, we are going to see it is in detail in coming chapters. Okay, here you can see that low carbon electricity generation in advanced economics. Okay, means what? Nuclear power is the leading low carbon source of electricity in advanced economies today. Okay, you can say that if a particular country is using nuclear power for most of the energy need, then you can say that it is the advanced one. Okay, this is the, again, you can say the definition of advanced nation. Okay, for example, in advanced nations, according in year 2018, okay, nuclear is providing 2000 terawatt hour of energy. Hydro is providing 1500 terawatt hour of energy. Wind is providing somewhat greater than 500 terawatt hour. Solar is providing somewhat 300 terawatt hour, and other renewables are making 400 terawatt hours of energy. Okay, this is the graph. You can see that the France is making 76% of energy need of that country. Okay, I think this is this red part. You can see that it is the France. Okay, France is 76.3% of energy need of France is provided by nuclear energy. Ukraine also has a 56.5%. Slovakia, Hungary also has a greater than 50%. Slovenia, Belgium, Armenia, Sweden, Finland, Switzerland, Czech Republic, South Korea, Bulgaria. Most of the countries are European. Okay, their energy need is provided by nuclear fission reaction. Again, Spain, United States, United Kingdom, Russia, Romania, Canada, Germany. Okay, these are the advanced nations. Okay, and they are using nuclear energy. India is, I think, here. Okay, the need of electricity by nuclear is provided by just 3.5%. Okay, and we are below Pakistan. Okay, in this case, we are below Pakistan because whenever such a project comes to India, some politics happens, and that is not going to happen. For example, the Jaitapur Prakalp, okay, again, it is not happening because of some political reason. These are, whatever we see, these are the conventional energy sources. Now we are going for non-conventional energy sources. Introduction to non-conventional energy sources. Okay, the first non-conventional energy source is the solar energy. Okay, solar energy is utilized either by photovoltaic effect or by heating effect. Okay, solar power is the conversion of energy from sunlight into electricity. Okay, means what? Photovoltaic effect, either directly using photovoltaic, okay, photovoltaic, or indirectly using concentrated solar power or combination. Okay, in concentrated solar power, we concentrate solar energy at a particular point. Okay, and at that point water is there, and water will heat up and it will convert it into steam, and the steam again used to rotate the turbine. Okay, in photovoltaic, directly solar energy is converted into electricity. Okay. So concentrated solar power system uses lenses or mirrors and solar tracking systems to focus a large area of sunlight into a small beam. Okay. Whereas photovoltaic cells convert light into electric current using photovoltaic effect. Okay. What is the photovoltaic effect? Anyone from you? I will ask to Priyanka Marker. Are you there? Unmute yourself. Priyanka
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is photovoltaic effect? Photovoltaic effect. What is mean by photovoltaic effect?
सर एवढं लक्षात येत नाहीये.
लक्षात येत नाही म्हणजे विसरलंय का आठवत नाहीये?
विसरलंय.
दोन्ही एकच. विसरलंय आणि आठवत नाही दोन्ही एकच असतंय. बरं ठीक आहे बघा नावातच आहे. कसं असतंय शेक्सपियर माहिती आहे का? शेक्सपियर काय म्हटला होता? नावात काय आहे असं म्हटलं होतं ना. ओके तर ती माणसांसाठी लाव आहे. नावात काय आहे माणसांसाठी लाव आहे. एखाद्याचं नाव आहे हिमालय आणि तो आहे गुटखा. ओके हे माणसांसाठी लाव आहे. मात्र ज्या सायंटिफिक टर्मिनॉलॉजीज आहेत ते त्यांचा इफेक्ट बघून त्यांना नाव दिलेलं असतं. म्हणजे त्याच्या नावातच सगळं असतं. ओके सिमिलरली इथंही तुम्ही तसं पाहू शकता. बघा photovoltaic. Okay, this word photovoltaic is the combination of two words. One is the photon and second word is voltaic, means voltage. Okay, photon is nothing but what? A light. Okay, a beam of light. Photon is nothing but a beam of light. Okay, that beam of light is converted into voltage or electricity by photovoltaic effect. Photovoltaic effect is nothing but what? The process of conversion of light energy or photon energy into electricity energy. ते नावातच सगळं आहे. Okay, this is the history of photovoltaic cell. Okay, in 1839, the photovoltaic effect was observed by French physicist Becquerel. ओके बॅकरेल नावाचा सायंटिस्ट होता. त्यानं पहिल्यांदा ते इफेक्ट आहे तो ऑब्झर्व केला होता. ओके व्हॉट इज द मेन कॉन्स्टिट्युएंट ऑफ द फोटोवोल्टाइक सेल? कॅन एनीवन फ्रॉम यू? मयुरी, कॅन यू हिअर मी?
Yes, sir.
What is the main constituent of photovoltaic cell? Material.
No idea, sir. फक्त त्याच्यावर
हा बोला.
लाईट त्याच्यावर इन्सर्ट केल्यानंतर त्याचं कन्व्हर्जन इलेक्ट्रिक करंट मध्ये होते.
ओके तो एक करंट बरं तेवढंच माहिती तुम्हाला. तर त्यात कसा काय आहे माहित नाहीये. दुसरा
मेटल सेमीकंडक्टर असणार.
हा सेमीकंडक्टर. व्हॉट इज द मेन कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट ऑफ अ पर्टिक्युलर सेमीकंडक्टर? सेमीकंडक्टर कशापासून बनवतात?
सिलिकॉन जर्मेनियम.
सेम. ओके photovoltaic cell is nothing but a PN junction diode. Okay, it is made of what? Silicon or germanium. Okay, P type, N type तेच आहे सगळं. त्यामध्ये इम्प्युरिटीज आहे ते ऍड केलेले सेमच आहे. In 1873 Willoughby Smith, okay now तर अवघड आहे. Willoughby Smith first described the effect of light on selenium during passage of electric current. Okay, he's demonstrated that selenium based PN junction diode can convert a photon energy into electricity, but it has very low efficiencies. You can say that 2 to 3% or just 2 to 3%. Okay, in 1884, okay, the first solar cell consisting of layer of selenium covered with a thin film of gold, okay, was experimented by Charles Fritz. Okay, but it had a very poor efficiency. Means what? First solar cells is introduced by Charles Fritz. In 1888, Russian physicist Alexander Stolekov built first cell based on outer photoelectric effect discovered by Heinrich Hertz in 1887. Okay, Russian physicist Alexander Stolekov built the first cell. Okay, in 1905, Albert Einstein. Okay, you know the name Albert Einstein. Okay, he's known for his equation E is equal to mc square. Okay, this is a famous equation given by the Albert Einstein, but it has not got Nobel Prize for this equation. He got Nobel Prize for photoelectric effect. Okay, Albert Einstein proposed a new quantum theory. Okay, new quantum theory of light, and explained the photoelectric effect in a landmark paper for which he received Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Okay, remember, Albert Einstein got a Nobel Prize for photoelectric effect, not for E is equal to mc square equation. Okay, in 1941, Vadim Lashkarov discovered p-n junctions in Cu2O and Ag2S photocells. Okay, which what other materials than selenium are now discovered. In 1946, Russell Owen patented the modern junction semiconductor solar cell. Okay, Russell Owen used a silicon for this purpose while working on the series of advances that would lead to transistor. Okay, obviously the transistor or any electronic switch, okay, the base was the silicon itself. In 1948, Kurt Lehowek may have been the first to explain the photovoltaic effect. Okay, he published a paper, okay, in Nature, which explained the photovoltaic effect in detail. In 1954, the first practical photovoltaic cell was publicly demonstrated at Bell Laboratories, okay, in America. The inventors were Calvin Fuller, Daryl Chapin, Gerald Pearson. Okay, in 1958, solar cells gained prominence with their incorporation in Vanguard satellite. Okay, Vanguard 1 satellite. Okay, it is the Russian satellite. Okay, this is the picture of the Vanguard satellite. You can see here. Okay, this is the photovoltaic cell. Okay, or photovoltaic array. Okay, this is the photovoltaic array. Okay, means what? Russia is the first country to use solar cell in space applications. And now the new technology is coming. In 2017, the first demonstration of alternating current photovoltaic effect, ACPV. Okay, we know that the photovoltaic are developing DC energy, but these scientists, Dr. Zhao and Professor Zhong, okay, at the Georgia Institute of Technology, they developed a particular photovoltaic cell which generates AC energy. Okay, means what? There is no need of DC to AC converter. Okay, inverter is no need of the inverter. Okay. Okay, now we can see the working of the how photovoltaic cell generates electricity. Okay, when silicon absorbs photons, okay, means what? When proton beam placed on a silicon material, okay, photons from light, the electrons get the requisite energy to move freely. Okay, we know that the n-type material, okay, n-type material has a negative ions or electrons in electrons majority. Okay, similarly, p-type has a holes majority. Okay, electrons is nothing but a negative charge, holes has a positive charge. Holes is nothing but what? A vacancy of electron. Okay, when beam of light, okay, when beam of light touches the surface of, okay, here you can see the beam of light when touches the surface of this p-n junction or photovoltaic cell, okay, some of the electrons, okay, these are these electrons, okay, will excite, okay, will excite and move freely in the material. Okay, when we place a conducting or when we provide some conducting path, okay, when we provide conducting path, okay, to them, okay, these electrons will flow through the load. Okay, जर आपण त्या ठिकाणी फ्रीली अवेलेबल मगाशी झाले होते इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, आता त्या ठिकाणी समजा काहीतरी एक मेटॅलिक प्लेट आपण प्लेस केली दोन्ही साईडला, तर काय होणार आहे, दोज इलेक्ट्रॉन्स विल फ्लो थ्रू दी सर्किट, सर्किट मधून ते काय होणार आहे, फ्लो व्हायला सुरू होणार आहे. Okay, but a particular solar cell, okay, PN junction or photovoltaic cell will generate a minute current, okay, in microampere or milliampere. Okay, but for day-to-day life, okay, we require somewhat larger current in amperes. Okay, so number of solar cells are connected, okay, in series. Okay, it will form a solar panel or module, and these solar panels again connected in series or parallel, okay, to get a particular voltage or particular current. Okay, when such solar cells are connected in series or parallel, they form a solar array, okay, which is placed on the roof of a particular home. The rooftop solar array असतं ते हे असतं, अशा पद्धतीने असतं. Okay, this graph shows the world solar power energy potential. Okay, near the equatorial, okay, ह्या ठिकाणी कुठेतरी इक्वेटोरियल लाईन जात असेल. Okay, near the equatorial region gets the lot of the solar energy. Okay, ह्या ठिकाणी सर जे काही सोलार किरण आहेत, ओके, सोलार रेज जे आहेत ते डायरेक्टली या ठिकाणी बंबार्ड होतात, मीन्स व्हॉट, दे आर गेटिंग द लॉट ऑफ दी solar energy. Okay, but if you observe that the nations which are near to this equatorial nations are the poor one. Okay, in for example in Africa or in South America, these are the poor nations. Okay, so they don't have technology or money to install these plants. Okay, but nowadays the price of these cells are coming down, so the advanced nations are installing solar plants here. Okay, why China is installing or investing money, lot of money in Africa? This is the reason. Okay, this is the one of the reason. Okay, so they are building the Belt Road. Okay, what is the road they are calling? Belt Initiative. Okay, remaining part we will see in next lecture. If anyone from you has any doubt,